What's up, everybody? It's Alex Leak and Friends NFL podcast, back for another week. I'm your host, Alex Leak. We got Dustin back on the show. Dustin, good to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we got a special guest, former 11 seasons in the NFL, defensive end Gary Walker. Gary, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank y'all for having me, man. How y'all doing?
Doing really well. It's an honor to have you on. For those of you that don't know, Gary played 155 games in the NFL, recorded 433 tackles, 46 and a half career sacks, and all in the AFC South with the Titans, Jags, and Texans. So getting started to it right now, Gary, the Jags in the offseason fired Doug Maroney, the head coach, longtime head coach, and hired Urban Meyer from Ohio State. What are your thoughts on bringing Urban Meyer, a longtime college coach, into the NFL and to the Jags? How do you feel like that will go?
It's definitely going to be an adjustment for a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
even Urban Meyer. And them college coaches, your facilities bring in at 5-star, but now you got to draft and trade to make the team. And I thought they had a pretty good draft. I like the draft picks they got, especially the first two picks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the running back is out. But other than that, I think he took a lot of bad raps bringing Tim Tebow in there, which that showed to be disastrous. But I think they're gonna they got a young team, they got a great little nucleus, and I think if they just build around what they got, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. I like their good young core. Me and Dustin were talking about it yesterday about Tim Tebow. Dustin, what did you think of the Tim Tebow experiment?
Yeah, I thought it was disastrous, and I figured Urban Meyer only gave him a shot because of their history together in Florida.
What did you think of that, Gary? Do you think, was there any shot? I mean, it was kind of different to Tim Tebow. He's been playing baseball for a few years, and then Urban Meyer says, come on in and try to play tight end in the NFL. That's never going to work, right? Someone that...
Listen, you should never take a team and everybody else goes and use your personal ties.
Yeah.
And I know Tim Tebow was a big rock for him but Tim Tebow, excuse my language, but Dante Culpepper is a way better athlete. It was just too much. I don't think that should even ever happen.
Yeah.
But you coming in trying to give the people in Jacksonville who's paying their hard-earned money for those tickets and stuff, that, and probably a lot of them didn't mind because they're Florida fans.
Yep.
There's a lot of Florida fans there, but that's college.
Yep.
I went to Auburn.
Yeah.
Cam Newton is done. But right now, Cam Newton still got a lot of gas, and it's a shame to me that somebody like Tim Tebow get more looks than somebody like him do.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it obviously didn't work, and he's already gone. What did you think of? So we mentioned Trevor Lawrence. What are your thoughts? I mean, Trevor Lawrence is the highest rated prospect, the highest ceiling since being compared to Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. Do you see that type of potential, Gary, in Trevor Lawrence?
I watched a couple of their preseason games. Yes.
Yeah.
You got to protect him. You got to give him protection and give him something to throw to him. And even with what's been going on, he's got a high completion percentage, and the guy can play the game.
Yeah.
But it's just like Clemson and Alabama. When you get players from them groups, you get players that's probably the most talented groups in college football.
Yeah.
So you got to surround them with similar talent. And if you surround them with similar talent, you'll get similar results. It's just like, look at the guy in New England from Alabama. He's doing well. But the New England Patriots got a system set up to protect him and let him do well. So I think if they build a system around Trevor Lawrence, I think, that's a franchise quarterback. He's taking a little bit too many hits in the preseason. I've already said that, but I think he got the potential to be a great one.
Yeah, I agree. I watched him a lot at Clemson. He's got all the tools. Hopefully, they put the right system around him and the right line, right weapons, and develop him. And he, sky's the ceiling on him. It sucks to see Travis Etienne get hurt. Dustin, I know you're a big fan of Travis Etienne. horrible luck to see him get hurt like that so early in the year.
Yeah, and I mean, it's it's pretty bad luck, but I think they'll be all right in the running back spot.
Gary, you like James Robinson, their undrafted running back? He's a beast running back, in my opinion.
And that's the whole thing with that right there. They got a running back. You know, they had a running back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have loved to have seen that second draft pick go to a receiver or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I understand, you know, Travis Tim had a lot of come, but right there when they drafted right there was a couple good little running receivers out there on the table that could have got drafted, you know. But hey, Travis Tim is a good back. He'll be back, but and they get DJ Chark back. I think he'll be all right. But James Robinson, he'll do good for him.
Yeah. What was your time like in Jacksonville? Your years in Jacksonville, did you enjoy your time there? And do you feel like it was a good fit for you and the team?
Oh yeah, I love Jacksonville.
Yeah.
The city of Jacksonville is probably one of the better cities I was in. It's a great city to raise a family. Quiet. You know, you got the beaches, the weather, and everything, and you know, you got the feel of Florida, but you don't have all the traffic. So
nice.
You know, it was
nice. Let's see. I've heard some people saying, Dustin, I'll ask you this one. I've heard some people saying their receivers are kind of slow. You know, talking about, you know, getting DJ Chark back will help, but Laviska Shenault, you know, some of those guys, Laquan Treadwell, some of the guys they brought in. Do you think the Jaguars need to get some more speed on the outside, Dustin?
I mean, in my opinion, Laviska Shenault is not slow. I watched him play a lot when he was at Colorado.
Yeah, and Marvin Jones isn't slow. DJ Chark. What do you think on that, Gary? Do you think that's a fair criticism?
It ain't about slow and fast. The thing about receivers, it ain't about really speed. It's how they break in and out of their route. Separation. Throwing windows. What you giving the quarterback to throw at. And you know, these guys are proven. Laquan Treadwell, hey, I think he's gonna be all right. I just think, you know, Keenan McCardell, when I was in Jacksonville, Keenan McCardell was one of the fastest burners in the league. But you know what? Could nobody cover him.
Yep.
You just gotta learn how to get open.
Absolutely.
You look at most of your D linemen. They go a test running 4-4, 4-5. Them guys go to the league, don't do nothing. Guys running 5 flat, go to the league, be Pro Bowlers. So, you know, speed ain't everything when it comes to football. You can't, you know, people can't measure what's really there to be measured, and that's hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, that's what people get caught up on. You know, that's what caused a lot of people big time draft picks. You know, they reach because somebody can run a fast time or jump out the gym, but that person don't turn into a player. I think a lot of what the offense coordinator does is he asks for certain players because the bodies fit a certain bill or do a certain thing for his offense.
Yeah, absolutely. What are your thoughts on the defensive side of the ball? I mean, you got Josh Allen, Miles Jack, Kalavon Chason. They bring in Malcolm Brown and Roy Robertson Harris. That's some good beef on the defensive side of the ball. I look back when the Jags went on that run to the AFC Championship game. If they can get their defense, you know, trending back in that direction, that could really help Trevor Lawrence too.
Yeah, they lost a lot on that defense they had.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle gone. And I tell you, you know, when that deal went down and they got rid of when they lost that corner,
Jalen Ramsey.
It seemed like that. Yeah,
yep.
It seemed like that defense started to go down then. And when the Dockway didn't come back and play, you know, Jacksonville had a team. I mean, you look at all the players they had that really just quit because of for whatever reason, you know. And look at the last couple of draft picks. How many of their top draft picks they got on the team now?
Yeah.
You know, the guy from LSU, he gone. Jalen Ramsey gone. I mean, you done lost all your number 1 draft picks. And you look at the team that's doing good in the league. Seattle, when the last time they had a number 1 draft pick?
It's true.
You know, so you got to take care of what you got on the roster that you know is proven and stop looking at the eye candy on the other side of the fence.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we had Roy Robertson Harris in Chicago, and I was sad to see him go. Shaq Griffin from Seattle is a big acquisition. Dustin, I know you like Shaq Griffin. You had him with Trey Herndon, Tyson Campbell, the rookie out of Georgia. You like those pieces, Dustin?
I love the whole young core that they got with Chason and Jack and all that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a work in progress, but those guys can definitely get better on the defense side of the ball.
Now,
so a guy like Miles Jack, Miles Jack is not a rookie no more. Miles Jack wants to win.
Yep.
And if you start off with a rookie quarterback and all that stuff, it's a different mindset after your fourth or fifth year in the league. You start looking at winning and competing for titles, and when you go to getting a rookie quarterback, you basically Jacksonville is in a rebuild mode right now.
Yeah.
And how many people gonna fit past for that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you think this team's a year or two away from contending in that division?
Listen, that's a tough one, though. That's a tough division.
Yeah.
If they're a year or two away, that's good for them. But I can see it being longer than that.
Yeah. What?
Because you got to look at how much cap space you got, how much money you got. If you're willing to spend, who you want to keep. Because Miles Jackson, I think he just got paid. Yeah. I tell you, that team is in a great location to be great, and the fans are ready to cheer for them. And it ain't a big market, but they got enough people that'll support them, and all they got to do is win. I remember when I was there, and we had that season, and hey, you couldn't hear yourself in that stadium.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Gary.
Yeah, go ahead, Dustin.
So how patient do you think the Jags are willing to be with Urban Meyer?
How lenient?
How patient? Like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. These owners, I think he got 2 years.
Yeah.
I think if he don't show what he got in 2 years and don't show a change in 2 years, I don't think it's gonna linger out there.
Yeah,
listen, I don't think Urban Meyer will be there after 2 years.
I agree.
I mean, every time I look at Urban Meyer, I think about him on the sideline falling out.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's the picture I got of him. Down there when he just banged on the sideline because things didn't go his way. and the thing about it is, a lot of these college coaches think they want to come do it. A lot of it's money driven.
Yep.
He'll leave there and go back to college somewhere and get a big contract. That's why I think all this is set up.
Yeah, you see it a lot. Chip Kelly didn't work out.
Nick Saban didn't work out. Nick Saban, one of the better college coaches you ever see.
Absolutely.
He didn't work out.
Yep. Steve Spurrier, guys like that.
Yeah. Difference between Nick and them, they're not down there trying to kill the players, having padded practicing probably. But I wouldn't give him long 2 years. I need to see. Look, this year, kind of let you get your feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, I need to see drastic improvement, or hey, we got to do something different.
Yep.
You got to let your fans know you working to give them a product. You can't just go out there and hire a guy because he coached at Florida and 90% of your fan base is Florida Gators. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of families that work hard for their money. The ticket's high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a good question to ask, Gary, is, are the Jags more focused about selling tickets right now with these type of hires than winning? You know what I mean?
A lot of it is about selling tickets.
Yeah.
A lot of your draft picks be there too.
Yeah. What do you think, Dustin? I think me and you have similar minds here. What do you think the expectation should be for this season for the Jags?
I mean, I'm gonna go off kind of like what he said. This year is going to be a rebuild year, and then next year you need to see major improvements. On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think I got them at like 4 to 7 wins, 3 to 6 win range. third or fourth in the AFC South. Rebuild around the rookie quarterback, get accustomed to the new coaching staff.
They got to spend some money.
Yeah, spend some more money. But I like what they're building, and their future's bright, but you can't waste it on Urban Meyer if it doesn't work out. I agree with you, Gary, that if it's not working out right away, then go get a proven head coach to develop Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is they got to make sure he's number one. They got to make sure he's number one.
Yeah.
That's your franchise. He can sell tickets. Pretty boy, you got to make sure he's taking care of number one. You got to make sure the offensive line there give him some weapons to throw to. You know, and that's number one.
Do you have any concerns about? There was some quotes from Trevor Lawrence early on about before he got drafted about like he could retire tomorrow and be happy. He's kind of got that like surfer mindset, like he's not one of those win a championship at all costs type mentalities. Do you is that concerning to you, or do you think?
But you know what? Hey, that's only certain players. You know, Trevor Lawrence said that. Then nobody make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Hey, what's the dude's name? Play for the Chicago Bears.
Fields.
If Justin Fields would have said that, it would have been that damn front page news.
Absolutely.
You know, I see that in the league a lot too. Different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
Just like what the quarterback in Buffalo said about only white folks should be able to own AR-15.
Yeah.
When black players say that, it's a different turnout, you know?
Yep.
People can say what they want to say, but it's there. I see it, you know? I mean, it was stuff said to me when I played ball about certain situations. But it just depends on who's saying it. It depends on how much media to get.
Yep.
But kids like him, he'll come in there, he'll prima donna, kind of like an Aaron Rodgers type dude, small, you know. And that kind of ticked me off too that they let him win that battle.
Yeah.
You know, you basically tell the other team we're no good unless he here.
Yeah.
What if he go out there the first game playing his ACL? What you gonna get? What kind of response you gonna get?
Yeah.
You know. Hey, I want to get back in and coach and stuff, but there's a lot of that stuff like that right there I can't deal with. I can't deal with no, you know, the players today are different.
Yeah.
And the guys who coach them that I played with will tell you they different. The stuff they do, the stuff come out their mouth, how they approach the job, a lot of it is different. They don't do it with the same way we did it.
It's more about
yeah. It's tennis on grass.
Yeah. It's more about selfish and more about me and building your brand than team first,
That's
right?
It's more brand right now and selling tickets and shirts and stuff than about football.
100.
You can't hit nobody. You can't do nothing.
Yep.
You know, it's just like I sit here and I look at it. I look at DK Metcalf. When that draft come down, somebody would have told me that man would have went low as he did. I said, you crazy.
Yeah, I know.
And he ain't doing nothing but tearing it up in the league. Why he hadn't got an extension yet?
Yeah. He's a monster,
everybody
man.
Everybody but Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Had a year left on his extension. You jump out there and pay him.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way this business works, man, and it's unfortunate. And I guess it takes somebody that played in it to see it a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just telling you the way I feel about it. That's just the way. I don't go around as much. I don't go as much many games, because when you're playing and you're on the inside, you don't see a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're on the outside looking in, it is what it is. What
do you think? A quick question here before we wrap it up. What do you think about this is the first year ever we're going to have 17-game season. That seems to be money chasing by the owners and not really looking out for player safety, player health. What do you think on that?
I don't think nothing wrong with it. Hell, I mean, how they not looking out for the player safety, players health? The players are making, 30-40% more than what we made when I retired in 06?
Yep.
Hey, football is just like racing. The race car drivers get paid a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they go out there and have a wreck, they know they can be their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't want the risk, don't take the money.
Yep. I like that mindset.
And the thing about it is, these players, they're not getting beat up no more.
Yeah.
They don't have they can't have 10 padded practice the whole year. Man, we had 3 of these.
Yeah. Different era for sure.
Yeah. It's just like I watch college football now.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't hit nobody. A DB can't come up and tackle. You see they wanted to be more of an offensive game. I understand all that because, you know, touchdown sales tickets. You know?
All the rule changes. I don't like that. All the
it's pretty bad, man.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping to see you get back into coaching. Are you thinking about coming back into it a little bit, or what are your thoughts for the future?
My daughter just graduated high school, and I'm gonna have a lot of downtime, so I got some fillers out there.
Nice.
You know, I got a son coaching at Auburn. I got a son playing at Auburn. I got one playing at Huntington, and all of them, they're doing well. So I'll see when it's over.
That'll be awesome.
Quick question, Alex.
See you out there. Yeah, go ahead, Dustin.
I just wanted to ask Gary. So, I noticed and seen that you played for Auburn. What is it like, the Iron Bowl, man? I've always wanted to ask somebody who played for Auburn what it was like playing in the Iron Bowl.
Listen, playing in the Iron Bowl was great, but actually having 2 boys play there and actually being a fan and going to the Iron Bowl, man, it is. Hey, when you're on the field, you never know. Being able to tailgate, I never knew it was the way it was. You know? Seeing the half the fans, I got my tailgate right there. Everybody pretty much got to walk by while tailgate to get to the stadium. And it's like, I see the best action in front of I see better action in front of my tailgate than I do on the football field. It's nothing like it.
That's awesome. I'll always remember the Cam Newton Iron Bowl when he had that comeback against Bama. That was an awesome game.
That's a bad man. He up there having to compete with a rookie. You
hear
me?
Yeah.
What about the kick six?
Cam Newton having to compete with a rookie.
Yep.
This man took a team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With just a tight end.
Yep.
And they want to make a big deal. And you know what kills me is his own brothers, most of them, on the ESPN network, is the one pulling for Mac Jones to get the job.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Man,
yeah.
Come on, man. Michael Robinson, I sold his soul to the devil, man. He one of the worst commentators I think on football. You ain't tell you what the ones I used to love, the ones I love listening to is William McGinnis.
Yep.
And Deion Sanders.
Yep. Absolutely.
Just straight up, you're gonna get the truth.
Yep.
Michael Robinson, wow.
Ryan Clark.
Some of them guys forget they got film out there too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Michael Robinson sitting up there talking like him, first out of Hall of Fame. And what position did he say?
Fullback, running back, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. He wasn't even on the field half the time.
That's awesome. Well, it's awesome to have you on, Gary. We really appreciate the time. And it was great to have you on for the Jags season preview. We'll have to get you back on. We'll have to get you back on sometime down the road. I hope to see you back in coaching.
Anytime, man. Call me.
All right. Thanks, Dustin.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, and that'll be it. Thanks, Gary. Have a great week, guys. More episodes coming out. Peace out.